Hello and welcome to Wisdom Workshop. Please like the video and subscribe with all notifications turned on so that this video will do well with the YouTube algorithm. Plus, our content can be shared with more people like you who are watching our videos. Today we'll discuss 11 books that Warren Buffett believes every entrepreneur should read. First and foremost, did you know Buffett's full name is Warren Edward Buffett? I've been monitoring him for a long time now and only now discovered his middle name recently. If you knew his middle name before I told you about it, please write a comment down below. Anyway, let's get back to the video. You may wonder how we know Buffett endorsed all of the books on this list. Buffett, as many of you may well know, is an enthusiastic scholar. He reads for about 80% of his day, so if he comes across a good novel, he often discusses it in his stockholders' letters or at his regular conferences. So, let's go straight into what these novels are all about. Number 1. Dream Big by Christian Correa. This book was first released in Portuguese, and after Buffett's endorsement, English copies were almost sold out at every bookstore. The author tells the story of the Brazilian trio behind 3G Capital, the private equity group that controls Anheuser-Busch InBev and has collaborated with Berkshire Hathaway on acquisitions of H.G. Heinz and Kraft Foods Group Incorporated. While Berkshire's collaboration with the business is new, Mr. Buffett's friendship with 3G's Jorge Paulo Lemann dates back many years. He says, "My buddy and now partner Jorge Paulo and his colleagues are some of the world's best businessmen. He's a wonderful person, and his tale should serve as an example to everyone, as it does for me." Number 2. The Outsiders by William Thorndike Jr. The Outsiders, a book that was number 1 on Warren Buffett's recommended reading list in the 2012 Berkshire Hathaway Annual Shareholder Letter, discusses the exceptional performance of CEOs who took a fundamentally different approach to business management. Will Thorndike puts the analytical insight of a successful investment profession to bear in this refreshing, counterintuitive book, meticulously assessing the effectiveness of businesses and their executives. Thorndike discusses 8 individualistic CEOs whose businesses' average returns beat the S&P 500 by a factor of 20. In other words, a $10,000 investment with each of these CEOs would have been worth more than $1.5 million 25 years later. Plus, some of the firms on this list are well known, such as the Washington Post Company, Berkshire Hathaway, General Dynamics, and others. Modest, unpretentious, and often thrifty, these outsiders avoided Wall Street and the publicity, as well as the trendiest new management fads. This book is a must-read to discover the attributes and strategies that enable these extraordinary leaders achieve such exceptional results. Number 3. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I'm sure you've heard of this book if you're viewing this video. It's regarded as the investment gospel, the book that started it all for Buffett. Warren Buffett commented on the book, which is a classic on the fundamentals of value investing, saying, "Picking up that book was one of the luckiest moments in my life." Following his reading of it, Mr. Buffett decided to enroll at Columbia University to attend classes from Mr. Graham and then proceeded to work for him. Even today, when questioned about his investment strategy, Mr. Buffett is likely to reference particular passages from the book. The book teaches readers how to use value investing in the stock market effectively. The Intelligent Investor is still well known today, with many prominent investors praising it for teaching people how to estimate stock market value and effectively select stocks for their portfolios. Graham's principal investment strategy, as detailed in The Intelligent Investor, is value investing. Value investing is an investment technique that seeks for inexpensive stocks of firms with the potential to outperform in the long run. Value investing isn't concerned with the short-term market trends or daily stock fluctuations. This is because value investing techniques think that the market overreacts to short-term price swings without considering a company's fundamentals for long-term growth. Value investing in its most basic form, then, is based on the assumption that if you know the actual value of a company's stock, you can save a significant amount of money if you can acquire that stock on sale. This book is an excellent must-read for beginners who want to learn how to genuinely appraise the market without being affected by trends. Number 4. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by Jack Bogle. Vanguard Group CEO Jack Bogle is a renowned investor best recognized for developing the first index fund. He's also the author of several publications, the most well-known of which being The Little Book of Common Sense Investing. At a time when everybody was attempting to outperform the market with outstanding stock choices and then charging exorbitant fees for it, he reasoned, why not just mirror what the indexes are doing and not manage anything? This little suggestion grew into one of the most popular investment ideas of the succeeding generation, as well as one of the world's most recognized investing firms. The book introduces you to low-cost passive index funds as a consistent investment approach that offers you the retirement savings you need without the normal aggravation of stock investing as an alternative to aggressively, badly managed overpaying funds. He says that the majority of your money is better placed in secure, low-cost index funds and that picking the lowest index fund is pointless. For the record, Mr. Buffett has repeatedly stated that most investors are better off investing in low-cost index funds. Number 5. Where Are the Customer's Yachts by Fred Schwed. Another decades-old classic, this book utilizes comedy to puncture some of Wall Street's aspirations. The title is based on a true tale about a tourist to New York who was praising all the beautiful boats in the port and was told that they belonged to Wall Street financiers. He innocently inquired as to where the banker's clientele kept their boats. They couldn't afford them, was the response. Mr. Buffett once described it as the funniest book ever written about investing, adding that it lightly delivers many truly important messages on the subject, packed with wise argumentative guidance and providing a genuine glimpse into the world of investing, in which brokers get wealthy while their customers go impoverished. This book continues to open investors' eyes to the realities of Wall Street. This is a lighthearted, interesting story that you should read if you want to chuckle and, more importantly, learn about the world of brokers and managers so you don't run out of cash. Number 6. Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits by Philip A. Fisher. Philip Fisher is widely acknowledged and regarded as one of the most important investors of all time. His investing principles, established about 4 decades ago, are not only examined and utilized by today's financiers and investors, but are also considered scripture by many. His 1958 book, Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits, devoted much attention to the notion of networking and acquiring knowledge through business relationships. Fisher advised investors to look for companies with a growth mindset, good profit margins, a high rate of return on assets, a dedication to R&D, a great sales structure, a leading industry position, and exclusive goods or services. He was also well known for conducting extensive study on firms in which he intended to invest in. Before purchasing shares, he depended on personal relationships, the business grapevine, and discussion to learn about firms. A thorough understanding of the business obtained by using Phil's techniques enables one to make intelligent investment commitments, Warren Buffett remarked. Number 7. Business Adventures: 12 Classic Tales from the World of Wall Street by John Brooks. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, first met Mr. Buffett in 1991 and asked the Oracle of Omaha to recommend his favorite business book. According to Mr. Gates, Mr. Buffett didn't skip a beat when selecting this book, a compilation of New Yorker articles from the 1960s. The book provides important and interesting descriptions of some of the mid-1990th century's corporations that are as essential now to comprehending the complexities of corporate life as they were when the events occurred. Tales about Wall Street are filled with intrigue and exploration, revealing the intricacies and unpredictable nature of the financial sector. John Brooks' informative reporting is so packed with character and crucial information that one gets the impression that history truly does repeat itself, whether he's looking at the astounding market crash of 1962, the collapse of a reputable brokerage firm, or the daring attempts by American bankers to save the British pound. Number 8. The Clash of the Cultures: Investment versus Speculation. This is an additional book mentioned in Buffett's 2012 letter. Legendary investor John Bogle discusses the changing culture in the mutual fund business in this book. Bogle presents his collection of 10 basic guidelines of common sense investing for average investors such as you and me. Bogle believes it may not be the finest technique ever created, however, the number of inferior techniques is unlimited. Number 9. Essays in Persuasion by John Maynard Keynes. It's largely regarded as one of the top 100 best books ever written. The writings in this book depict Keynes's attempts to alter the course of events through social advocacy from 1919 until 1940. With astonishing precision, Keynes predicted the economic irregularities that would affect Europe and the United States, and even advocated remedies that, if implemented at the time, could have prevented a global recession. His views on Soviet Russia, the fall of laissez-faire, and the prospects for industrial prosperity are as important today as they were when he first expressed them. Mr. Buffett has highlighted this compilation of papers by the prominent economists for the relevance of its concepts as well as the clarity with which they were delivered. While Keynes is most known in some circles scorned for his work as an economist, he also spent time thinking about stock selecting. Mr. Buffett has described him as excellent in both roles. In 1989, he told Outstanding Investor Digest, "Reading Keynes will make you knowledgeable about stocks and markets. I doubt that most economists would do the same." Number 10. Poor Charlie's Almanac, The Wit and Wisdom of Charles T. Munger. This is a book beloved by Mr. Buffett. It originates from Charles Munger, Berkshire Hathaway's vice president, whom Warren Buffett regarded as his most personal colleague and right-hand man. Mr. Buffett hasn't been reluctant about crediting a large portion of Berkshire's success to his right-hand man, in no little part for saying no to some of Buffett's more out-there ideas. Mr. Munger is a thorough thinker on social behavior and human imperfections, and he often lectured about how investors may hurt themselves. This is a biography that follows Charlie from his humble Omaha upbringing to his extraordinary financial success. This book will not only provide you with direct investment advice, but studying about Munger's achievements will undoubtedly help you polish your investing abilities and pick better assets. And number 11, The Most Important Thing, Uncommon Sense for the Thoughtful Investor by Howard Marks. Howard Marks is a writer and investor from the United States. He's a co-founder and co-chairman of Oaktree Capital Management, which is the world's largest distressed securities investor. The Most Important Thing discusses the principles to successful investing, as well as the hazards that may destroy wealth or wreck a livelihood. Marks educates by experience, using excerpts from his memos to illustrate his beliefs. He also mentions crucial lessons for rational reflection, hazard identification, and investment strategy by candidly examining his own decisions and occasional blunders. These are truly the qualities to look for in today's post-pandemic global economy, where corporations are still regaining their bearings. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please do like the video and subscribe with all notifications turned on, as well as share this video among your friends or families who are interested in reading some books that may assist them with their investments.